What it do, everyone? Welcome back to the Well-Rounded Girl channel. My name is Sid. In this video today, I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks of cleaning. I will be teaching you the proper way to make a bed, and I'm also going to be educating you guys on what a sensory system is and how it kind of impacts you. So follow along. So a little bit about me. I've always loved to clean. I grew up my whole life, I just kept things really clean. And so I actually started my own cleaning business. It's called Scrubbing with Sid. And it's been really fun. I'm in my doctorate program, so I'm at Rocky Mountain University for occupational therapy. And the more that I have learned with this, the more that I've come to realize why I love to clean so much. And so later in this video, I'm gonna explain about all the different sensory systems and why I basically love to clean.
Do laundry first for best time management.
Toilet number 1, before. So a little fun fact when you're cleaning the toilets, this is something that I love. Obviously you can tell right where that water line is, right there. But what a lot of people don't know is if you take your brush and you just slowly do this, it pushes the water out. That way you can work on those water lines without the water getting in the way. Kind of nice. Toilet number 1. Squeaky clean. And then I obviously work my way from doing the mirrors and countertops to the toilets. Just work your way from the cleanest to the dirtiest, and then obviously new set of rags with all your different cleaners. Also for things like this or things that are in the corners right here, I have these fun little tools that I'll show you how to kind of get certain things off. Okay, so this is a pumice stick. It's really helpful to remove deep stains, hot water, hard water rings right there, rust in paint, or even like carbon buildups. So the pumice stick is like super nice, super helpful. We also have these. They kind of stick together and then they pop apart. This is just to kind of help reach the different areas that you can't usually reach with a normal brush. And so this also comes really in handy when you're cleaning.
These are my Corex rags. They're really good for cleaning windows, mirrors, or glass. They are a must-needs when you clean. I have 2 different kinds. The gray rag is really good. That does the initial wash. It gets more wet. The purple rag does the drying, and again, they do not leave any streaks or lint behind. So this is the before of the mirror, which it's kind of hard to see on camera, but okay, it's kind of hard to actually show you guys. Videos never do anything justice, pictures never do justice, but usually if you back up and then you kind of walk in, you can see the streak marks, but there are none. No lint. It's awesome.
Perfectly clean. So this is the fridge right before I cleaned it. It's not too bad. One tip and trick, if you look really close, you can see which way the grain is going. And so when you are washing and drying it, you want to make sure you're going with the grain to get that ultimate good look. There's my little tip and trick. Vacuuming, need to move all the chairs to vacuum. Just freshly mopped right over here. And it's looking really nice.
Okay, so with Scrubbing with Sid, I do residential cleanings, which is the video that you guys are watching right now, which is what you're seeing. I also do apartments. I do new move-ins, move-out cleanings, and I also do small businesses. So I've cleaned a couple of different offices. It's been super fun. Again, it's been so fun to realize I love to clean. It's a thing. But how fun is it that I'm realizing it's not because I'm OCD? And I want to kind of talk a little bit more about that. So we have our sensory systems, okay? And I'm going to explain our sensory systems. So our sensory systems, it has anything to do with our sight, sound, touch, taste, smell. All of those are our sensory systems. And I'm going to use a little analogy to help break it down. But basically, every sensory system has a different size of container. The container is how much stimulation that specific system can handle before it feels either satisfied or overwhelmed. And so some sensory systems need big bowls. They need more water, more stimulation in order to feel satisfied, where we have maybe a different sensory system needs a small cup and it fills up really fast, so we get overwhelmed really easy. And what I'm realizing is my visual system is a really small cup, and so it fills up really easy, and I feel really overwhelmed if there's a lot going on. And so that's why I like things really clean and out of the way. It's not because I'm OCD, but it's that I have a small visual system. And that's just fine. Where with my tactile system, aka my touch, it's probably the size of a bowl. It's a lot bigger. It needs a lot more stimuli, a lot more water in order for me to feel satisfied. So it's really interesting when you look and you dive deep into all these different sensory systems of touch, smell, taste, sound, sight, and realize, oh, that's why I get cranky when my bed isn't made, when my room's not clean, when the kitchen is, but that's why I feel more happy when I get a hug or get to sit next to my friend. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about the sensory systems and how it applies to you. And now we are going to learn how to make a proper bed. First, put on the bottom sheet. Second, put on the top sheet. Okay, you want to make sure that in the corners you do what's called a hospital corner. It just makes it nice and tight, neat. It looks good. It feels good when you're getting in the sheets. You also want to pull it all the way up to the top. This will be important for when you fold it down. I love to do 2 folds on the bed, just considering when you get into your bed, your armpits and your arms are only touching the sheet. Therefore, things stay a lot cleaner for a lot longer. You're then going to add the blanket at the bottom of your bed and then put on the pillows. And that's how you make a bed that's just begging for you to climb in and be all cozy.